Hello, my amazing artists. Are you ready to create? Here we go. Let's do our motto first. Repeat after me. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. Okay, boys and girls, today we are going to be drawing our snowman to go on top of our swirl paper that we did last week. So for today, what you're gonna need is a whiteboard marker and eraser because we're gonna practice on this. Then you're gonna need a large white sheet of paper, a bingo dabber, and a pencil, okay? Now we're gonna practice first because bingo dabbers don't erase, and we're not gonna be drawing today with a pencil. We're gonna draw straight with our bingo dabber on this huge piece of paper. What do you notice about our whiteboard and our paper? Very good. The whiteboard's much smaller, so we're gonna draw it smaller first, then we're gonna draw it really big over here, okay? So let's use the whiteboard first. Everybody open your markers. What we're gonna do is we're going to do a snowman. We're gonna give him a hat first. We're gonna start at the very top of our boards, and we're gonna draw a little line almost to the very top of our board, right in the middle like that. Okay, then on each side, you're gonna come down just a little bit. Now, we're gonna start way over here, and we're gonna do a straight line all the way across those two lines, almost to the other side of the board. Okay, what do you think this is? This is the hat, very good. So right underneath those two, we're gonna come down just a little bit with two little lines on each side. Then we're gonna connect those two little lines with another long straight line, and then we have got a hat. Now we're gonna add a little extra to our hat. So right up here, we're gonna do a line across like this to give it kind of a little strip. We're gonna do like a little ribbon strip across this hat to make it kind of fancy. And on that strip, let's do some stripes. What do you think? You like that? All right. Okay, next, what we're going to do is we're gonna come down right under the brim of his hat. And we're gonna do two circles for his eyes. Good job. All right. Now, inside of those circles, we're gonna do a smaller white circle. And then when we get our bingo dabblers, we'll color in this part of the eyeball black, and you can do that with your marker if you want to. Very good. Now we're gonna come down and we're gonna do his nose. What is his nose made out of? A carrot. So right under his eyes, we're gonna do a straight line that comes out really far. We're gonna do a really long carrot. Then right under that, we're gonna come back in like this. So this side's a point and this side is not. And then we're gonna connect these two lines with a little curved line. Now we wanna do a little bit of detail on that carrot just to make it look like a carrot. So we're just gonna do some lines. You don't have to do very many. Across it like that. Now, under the carrot, we'll just do some black circles for his mouth, and I just did little dots in the shape of a curved line that goes up. And I know he doesn't have a head yet, just wait, we're getting there. Feel free to pause this video anytime you need to. Now, I'm gonna come down under his mouth and I'm gonna do a curved line across like this. Looks kind of like a smiley face. It can be a deep curve or it can just be a shallow one like mine. This is gonna be his scarf. Underneath each side of the curve, I'm gonna do two little lines like that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing at the bottom, make another curve like that. Now, you know when they have a scarf on, they also have a little part that comes down and hangs down. We're gonna do that part next. So on this side, you're just gonna do two straight lines down and connect them at the bottom. And then we're gonna give it a little fringe at the bottom. Now we want our scarf to match our hat, right? So our hat has stripes, so let's give our scarf some stripes too. And then since this is hanging this way, we're gonna do the stripes sideways on that part. Now we're gonna give him a head. So we wanna connect his hat to the corners of his scarf. So let's do this side first. not the side with the carrot, the other side. We're gonna start where his hat comes right under this brim, and we're just gonna do a curved line to the top of the scarf. And then over here, we've got a problem because the carrot gets in the way here. So over here, we're gonna start here and we're gonna do a curved line, then we're gonna stop when we get to that carrot. We're gonna jump over the carrot and finish our curved line to the top of the scarf here. All right, now we're gonna do his body. We're gonna start at this bottom corner of the scarf, and we're gonna make a big circle to the bottom corner of this scarf over on this side. So start over here and you're just gonna make a big circle to that side. Now our snowman will not have arms. Sorry, we're just not gonna do arms on this one, okay? And then we can give him some buttons. And that is your snowman. All right, make sure your lid's on your marker nice and tight. Eraser boards. Now, let's get our big white sheets of paper, our pencils, and our bingo dabbers. And you can pause it so the kids can get all that stuff. So first of all, we're gonna write our name and our number on our white sheet of paper, just like we always do. And then write your class number. You're gonna flip your paper over. You want your paper up and down because our snowman's gonna be nice and tall. And then we're gonna get our bingo dabbers. Remember the rules with the bingo dabbers. Do not squeeze them and do not push hard. If you make a puddle, should you put your fingers in it? No. If you make a puddle, should you pick your paper up? No. Leave it alone. If you keep making puddles, Miss Bridges is gonna take your bingo dabber and give you a black crayon, and it's not gonna be near as much fun. Okay, open your bingo dabbers. We're gonna start at the very top. We're gonna make that line across the top, like that. Now we're gonna come down on both sides of that line just a little bit for our hat. Now we're gonna make a straight line across that touches those two lines that we just made. And if your bingo dabber is super scratchy like this, remember, just push down a tiny bit. Okay, now on each side of that, we're just gonna come down a tiny bit like that. And then we're gonna go across again, like that. Okay, now we need to make our details on our hat. Remember, we're gonna put a little ribbon on it. So right in the middle of this rectangle, just draw a straight line. In the bottom strip is going to be our detail. So I'm just gonna make some stripes on it. I don't have to do too many, just do a few. Remember, our bingo dabber is really thick, so if you do too many, it's just gonna end up being a black line. Okay, now we're gonna give them some eyeballs. I'm gonna do them nice and big so that I can make a little circle inside the top of them like that. And then I'm just gonna color in this bottom part. I don't wanna make a puddle. I'm not pushing or I'm not squeezing. I'm just coloring it in a little bit. So he's got kind of a shine in his eye. Okay, right under his eyeballs, I'm gonna do that straight line all the way almost to the edge of my paper. And then I'm gonna start at that one and I'm gonna make it into a point, and I'm just gonna slant that line down a little bit, like a little diagonal. Then we're gonna connect those two. And then to make it look more like a carrot, I'm gonna give it some details. And then right under that carrot, I'm gonna make some little dots in the shape of a curved line that start under the carrot, then come up to this side. So it looks like my snowman is smiling. If you make this part too big, it just means you're gonna have a little bitty body, and that's okay too. Now under my smile, right under it, I'm gonna do a curved line. I'm gonna do it almost to the edges of my paper, like a big smile, okay? I don't want it to be too far down or else I won't have room for a body. Then on each side of my curved line, I'm just gonna make a little curve that comes down like this. And then I'm gonna connect that with another curve across like that. This is the scarf, remember? Now I want part of my scarf to hang down, so I'm just gonna do two lines down on one side, sorry I touched it, and connect them at the bottom. Then give it some fringe. It's just like little strings hanging off. Now I want my scarf to match my hat, and my hat has stripes, so let's give our scarf some stripes too. And this part's hanging, so these stripes will go that way. And remember, you can pause it anytime, slow down. I'm going kind of quick. Now we're gonna give him his head. So let's start on this side over here where there's no nose in our way. And we're gonna come down from his hat, right under his hat, and make a curved line to connect to the top corner of the scarf. We're gonna do the same thing over here, but remember, we've gotta jump over the nose. We don't wanna go straight through it and cut it off. So we're gonna start right under this hat. We're gonna make a curved line till we get to the nose, then we're gonna jump over it and finish it to the corner of the scarf right here. So his nose is poking out just a little bit. Now we're gonna make his body. Remember, we're gonna start the bottom corner of the scarf. We're gonna make a curve all the way to this one. So we're gonna start here and we're gonna curve just like that. And then all he needs left are some buttons. And let's not color them black, because next week we're gonna actually color these in with a color. And you have your snowman. When you're finished, make sure your lid is nice and tight on your Bingo Dabber. And we'll see next week. Next week we'll color them, we'll cut them out, and we'll glue them onto our snowy winter backgrounds.